The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Talk to someone about themselves and they'll listen for hours. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts their sense of importance, and arouses resentment. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. The royal road to a person's heart is to talk to them about the things they treasure most. Flattery is telling the other person precisely what they think about themselves. The expression one wears on one's face is far more important than the clothes one wears on one's back. Actions speak louder than words. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. You never achieve success unless you like what you are doing. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and resentment. Happiness doesn't depend on any external conditions. It is governed by our mental attitude. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Feeling sorry for yourself and your present condition is not only a waste of energy, but the worst habit you could possibly have. The person who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. The essence of all art is to have pleasure in giving pleasure. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. There are 4 ways, and only 4 ways, in which we have contact with the world. We are evaluated and classified by these 4 contacts: what we do, how we look, what we say, and how we say it. People do not buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. When we hate our enemies, we are giving them power over us, power over our sleep, our appetites, our blood pressure, our health, and our happiness. If you are not in the process of becoming the person you want to be, you are automatically engaged in becoming the person you don't want to be. You can't win an argument. You can't, because if you lose it, you lose it, and if you win it, you lose it. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Then prepare to accept it. Then proceed to improve on the worst. It isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. One reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Even God doesn't propose to judge a man till his last days. Why should you and I? Nobody kicks a dead dog. Those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. Tell a person they are brave and you help them become so. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. The more you get out and help other people, the more they will like you and the more you will like them. People don't talk about themselves very much, so if you want to be a good conversationalist, be a good listener. One of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that all of us tend to put off living. We are all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon instead of enjoying the roses that are blooming outside our windows today. If you believe in what you are doing, then let nothing hold you up in your work. Much of the best work of the world has been done against seeming impossibilities. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. To be interesting, be interested. If you can't sleep, then get up and do something instead of lying there worrying. It's the worry that gets you. not the lack of sleep. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Flaming enthusiasm, backed up by horse sense and persistence, is the quality that most frequently makes for success. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. There is only one way to get anybody to do anything, and that is by making the other person want to do it. You never achieve real success unless you like what you are doing. I deal with the obvious. I present, reiterate, and glorify the obvious because the obvious is what people need to be told. Happiness doesn't depend on any external conditions. It is governed by our mental attitude. Happiness doesn't come from doing what we enjoy. We enjoy doing what we're already good at. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. To be successful, you must first believe you can be. The only way to make a friend is to be one. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Become the best version of yourself and the right people will find you. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. If you want to take joy in your work, you must first find work that you enjoy. The only way to develop a good working relationship with someone is to understand them first. The best way to get ahead in life is to be kind to everyone you meet. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. The only way to win an argument is to avoid it. If you want to make a friend, be one. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Become the best version of yourself, and the right people will find you. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The only way to avoid criticism is to say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing. The highest compliment that you can pay any person is to actually listen to what he has to say. If you want to be interesting, be interested. Smile more, frown less. Remember that everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone is on their own unique journey. The only way to be happy is to appreciate what you have, not what you don't have. Live in the present moment. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. The more you give, the more you have. The world needs your smile. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Follow your dreams. Never give up. Life is too short to be anything but happy. The only thing that is constant is change. Embrace change. Live each day to the fullest. Make the most of your time. Don't take anything for granted. Cherish the people you love.